It takes a minute to set up. I'm going to follow along on biz tips too, just to make sure that we got it. Okay, it's redirecting to Facebook Live. Okay, we are live, sugar. Okay, so it's about a 10-second delay for, yep, here we go. We're ready. All right, I'm so excited. I have my lovely new friend, Donna, with me today. And we have we both have exciting news today. Okay.
Absolutely.
So Donna, let's see, I want to make sure I have my volume up okay. Donna, tell us what rank you are. I forgot to ask you that.
I'm elite.
Elite. Okay, let me turn up my volume here. Hold on. So Donna is elite. And how long have you been in the actual Doterra business part of what you're doing?
I joined Doterra 4 years this coming January, but I've only been kind of doing classes for a couple years.
Okay, excellent. And then, I forgot to introduce myself because we load these to YouTube, so people won't know who I am. So I am Lisa Zimmer, and we are going live from my Facebook group called Lisa Zimmer Essential Oils Biz Tips. And this is open to everyone in Doterra building a Doterra business. Whether you're brand new or you've been doing it for years, we offer free tools in this group in our files tab. So if you haven't done it yet, go to our files tab and download the daylights out of everything in there. It's all free. And you can go to the photos tab and snag all the graphics and pictures to your heart's content. Okay. And then a couple other things we do, some new things I'm doing. For those of you, because this is such a big group, right? It's 23,000. And one of the things that we focus on here is teaching you how to become a builder and a leader. And so what we do, one of the things we do to do that is we reward you with free handouts. We have a series of handouts to help you build your business on our website, lisazimmer.net/shop. And so we reward you in this group for being a collaborator, a helper, a builder, a leader, a teacher. So if you see someone that has a question in this group and you know the answer, answer it. We pay attention to that. We screenshot it, we track it, and we put your names into a drawing, and I give away free handouts as a thank you for helping others. So why do we do that? Same reason we came out with trifolds and make and takes and our FAQ system and vendor system. Donna's going to touch on a little bit of those today and her successes. We do this because builders are grown. Builders and leaders are grown. They're not just found, and they don't just become that way by immaculate conception, right? So we do little things to help you grow, all right? And when you help others answer questions, it gives you confidence that you really do know what you're talking about. It helps groom you and refine you to become that diamond. Because as a diamond leader, that's what you do. You help others, you answer questions, and you groom people to become a leader just like you, okay? So be sure if you see questions being asked and you know the answer them. We're gonna keep track of it. And if you have a good idea, for example, we're talking about texting right now, texting customers. If you know of a great texting service and you have something you love, post it in the comments. That's collaborator. And we reward collaborators as well, not just people answering questions, all right? So this is how, the other thing it teaches you is this is how you are gonna build your community, okay? So when you have a Facebook group of customers, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to give them reasons to engage, reasons to help answer questions, get them excited, identify who your future sharers and builders are by those little tests and tricks, and you're going to grow sharers and builders of your own. Okay. All right. So let's start with Donna, because I know she's excited. We planned this one a while ago, but we've had so many good testimonials, it's hard for me to decide who to have on, but you had success with every part of our system. So Donna, go ahead and tell us what tell us in 30 seconds or less what kind of struggles you were having with your business on getting started versus what you've seen happen for you now with the Zimmer tools?
Absolutely. I have a great upline locally to me, and we do classes, but our 101 classes were so stale. We were having people come, and it seemed like the words just hung in the air and nothing was happening. All of us spent the last part of this year, I think, feeling really dry, frustrated, disillusioned. I was waking up every day thinking, I have got to find a way to change this, and I was desperate. I thought about giving up the business, but you know, just like how you feel, you can't do that because you know what you have changes lives. So that kept me in there. I was spending my days and especially my evenings when my husband would go to sleep, I'd hook up on Facebook and search and YouTube, and I found you. I don't even know how I found you, but I clicked on your name and the heavens parted. And I so connected with you, your generosity, your integrity, how you want us all to succeed. And all of a sudden, I just felt like I had oxygen. I thought, you know what? I'm going to make it. I'm going to be okay. And I started watching all your videos, joining all your pages, learning so much, gleaning. I have so many notes I've saved and screenshots. And your generosity just blew me away, how you want to give us all these things and graphics and you name it. So I bought the daylights out of lisazimmer.net/shop.
I didn't even look to see what you got.
I'm a hefty customer.
Yay!
I bought your
I'm going
trifold.
to interrupt you for just a second because I don't want to scare new people that they have to spend a fortune on our stuff to get started. So for those of you that are new, don't get scared. We're not asking you to invest, you know, like $697. I keep using that number because I saw a training program for that. That scares me. I don't want people to spend themselves out of business. That's not what we're here for. If you're going to focus and get started today, just get started with our trifold, the essentials make and take. If your budget allows, get the holiday because that's a perfect season, right? And then watch our videos here and go to files tab, right? So you don't have to spend a lot. So keep going, Donna. Sorry.
Exactly. You don't. A trifold and you'll be on your way. So, but I just felt the need for your products to transform our team. So I started buying a couple of things, and then I shared this information with one of my upline, and she caught the vision. And I don't recall if I sent her videos to watch or what, but all of a sudden we just had this momentum. And we have a Zoom call Monday mornings within a few of us, and we also have business meetings at coffee shops. So I transformed my table into Lisa Zimmer world, and I printed stuff and I put my binder together. We went to a coffee shop. We had about 6 leaders there. We just unfolded this stuff and everybody got blown away.
That's exciting. You do have a great upline.
Oh, we do.
Yeah,
and you know
we're
what?
blessed.
We sat at that table and we booked 8 classes right then and there, making takes between the few of us.
So did you just start texting and calling people?
What I mean is we all took initiative and said, I'll have one this day. I'll have one this day. I'll have one this day.
Love it.
And we had 8 on the books, I think, before we walked out of the coffee shop, because we knew this was going to transform our lives and make it easier to share with people and help other people get into Doterra.
That's unbelievable.
So suddenly there was a new fire in everybody, and everybody felt like, you know what, this is going to transform everything. So we've been enjoying these make and take classes. As you say, you recoup your money back in the rollers. And I don't know why in the heck years ago we were doing 10 milliliter rollers, because people would have a roller and never come to a class because they still had a roller. So 5 mil, get the oils on people, let them have an experience. So we've also been doing your vendor event package, and that just looks so stunning and people are really drawn to it. My friend Donna and I did a wellness expo, I think a week and a half ago, and we had a lot of interest, and we enrolled one person at the event, and I have her wellness consult later today. So I'll be taking her welcome pack and her everything that's in there.
How exciting. Did she enroll with a kit?
She did not. And you know, that's another thing that you teach us. I think we had this mindset before that people must get a kit, or it must be a certain amount, or all of that kind of stuff. And you say, enroll everybody, enroll everybody, enroll everybody. So I feel so much freedom now, because when I do your 60-second script and I am trying to listen to them and take notes and hear where they're coming from, I have a whole world that's opened up, because now get your 35 enrollment and let's get the items that you need. Not everybody's budget can start off with a kit, but when you frame it in a certain way, absolutely we can help you. Absolutely, we've got just what you need. Or you know what I mean?
You watch all my videos.
I'm afraid I do.
All my words are coming out of your mouth, and I'm so proud right now. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to repeat something that you just said, because it was absolutely fantastic. Okay. So I want you all to hear over and over again. I want to burn this into your brain, what Donna just said. Okay. These are not my words. These are hers, because this is so, so incredible. Listen. She said, I'm so busy at the vendor event. I'm listening. I'm taking notes, and I'm hearing where they're coming from. We got to make a graphic out of that. Listen, take notes, hear where they are coming from. If any of you graphics people out there are going to whip one out on your phone really quick, bullet point, listen, take notes, hear where they are coming from. If your mouth is moving, you're doing it wrong. All you have to do is say a couple things to get their mouth moving. Hey, Susie Q, tell me what you got going on. Tell me what works for you. Oh, my phone wants me to call Susie Q. Sorry. I gotta be careful what I say with my Siri and Alexa. Now they're both gonna come on. All right, so listen, take notes, hear where they are coming from. If you are talking, if you are doing all the talking and your mouth is moving, you are doing it wrong. They need to be doing the talking. They want to be heard by you. They want to be heard by someone. All that needs to come out of your mouth is tell me what's going on with you. Yeah. And lead them if you need to. Like use the back of the drawing slip, right? Do you have any trouble with blah, 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 blah?
Right, right.
So, so important. We had a vendor event this last weekend as well. And when new people, new to the oils or new to the business or new to vendor events, nerves take over and they just uncomfortably ramble, right? So we're going to go into more depth about tips when Donna and I are done chatting, but I want everybody to remember that. I want you to make a sign and stand in front of the mirror every day, like put a sticky note. It doesn't matter if it's a one-on-one, a vendor event, or a class. Once you get started and you're chatting with people, if your mouth is moving more, you're doing it wrong. Okay, so Donna, I want to hear more about your vendor event access and what you liked about that event and how it was different.
Well, it was a short event. It was only a couple of hours, and we already got invited back next year. They were really happy to have us there. And so, but we're just trying to implement this. I know some of my upline, one of them is really a booth happy gal, and we do a lot of booths. She does a lot of booths. So I know we're going to get more traction on this as it goes along. So yeah, we love it. We're just absolutely loving it. But can I tell you something about your, you know, I did a post on Facebook, a before and after with a product. Can I say the product? Yeah. Our trim shake. And I just was trying to get out of my comfort zone, post this to try to get some response. And I lost about 60 pounds over 6 months. And the trim shake products and Slim and Sassy rather were really integral in that. I did a TerraFit challenge and finished second overall. But anyway, my point is we're always trying to find a way to reach new people, right? And so this post got a lot of traction. And from that, I got 3 people who wanted the product. So I messaged them, I made phone appointments, I called them 2 people enrolled over the phone with your 60-second script. But I want to tell you something really interesting. They were originally going to get that product, but because I asked them how they are, what kind of health concerns do they have, guess what they ordered? The Lifelong Vitality. And they're holding off on the Trim Shake because they need to start at the foundation. So that was exciting. So I didn't just get them on a phone and go, okay, you want to get the Trim Shake, how many, blah, 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 what kind of shipping? I had them talk, I had them listen. And you'll find too that people want to kind of put you under a microscope just a little bit and kind of see where you're coming from. So they asked me why I got into Doterra, and I gave them my 1 minute, what do you call it? Your miracle moment.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And that's what led them to the LLV. So then I had 2 people enrolled over the phone. Never did that before. Thank you so much for all your education and methods. The third person, I just want to encourage people because the third person I had to chase a little bit. Mm-hmm. They had me call them, but they didn't answer the phone. They didn't answer the phone 3 phone calls. And, you know, we've operated from a place of fear for so long. And the old Donna would go, you know, she's not answering the phone. She probably doesn't want the product. I should just
give up,
go away.
That's what we used to say.
Yeah. And this one was in my car. I had to bring all my props, my trifolds, my script, everything, and go in my car to do errands. And I'm in a shopping center parking lot calling this gal. And she answers, I think, on the 4th call. And you have to fight that fear of thinking, oh, they must have changed their mind, or, oh, I'm bothering them. Mm-hmm. Absolutely not. Make the call.
Busy.
They're busy. She was busy. She was at work and had some proposal things. So it was all legit. And it was just me having to overcome that fear. So she had some financial things. She had to wait a few days. But the other day I was watching one of your lives and across my screen came a text from her. Hey, I'm ready to enroll now. So that was just awesome. So your methods, your genuineness, the way you just listen and take in what they have to say is fantastic. And it works. It works. It's too easy and it works.
I'm so lucky. You guys are so awesome. So for those of you that don't know, I don't know Donna. Everybody probably thinks, oh, she plans.
I feel like I know you.
I know. So we're gonna talk about that too, right? So everybody probably thinks, oh, she preps all these people, she plans this. I've been so lucky because I saw a testimonial from Donna. It said, yay. It was, just a little comment. And I said, yay, join me on live Zoom, complete stranger. We'll talk about that. And at 11, I'm supposed to, send her the link to join at 11:55. And at 11:56, I'm like, still running late. So we have not talked at all. And so just to give you an idea, that's how cool these tools and scripts are. Is it doesn't matter who has come on. Everybody's having the same experience and results.
Absolutely.
And if you're not, ask questions, right? And watch more videos. It's getting comfortable with the language. You can tell by listening to Donna that she has probably watched every video we've ever made because the words coming out of your mouth are correct. 60-second enrollment. For those of you that don't know what the 60-second enrollment is, be sure to go to, if you're new here, this is Lisa Zimmer, Essential Oils Biz Tips Facebook group. Go to the announcements tab in this group. There's discussion, files, announcements. Click announcements and click on the turquoise photo called 60-second enrollment. All right. You have got to get that down. It is 100% free. You learn nothing else today. Learn that. Yeah. Get your trifold for $20, right? It takes them all the way to the finish line. All right. So, Donna, I want to transition. Well, first, I want to point out a couple more points, but I'm going to incorporate your good points into what I want to talk about with the new tool that we came out for the vendor event. Is there anything else you want to share before we transition over to that?
I just want to say that we've all been given gifts and talents, right? And we all have hopes and dreams. And I heard someone give a message the other day, and they said, ordinary people committed to great dreams. So you know what? If you have a heart and a vision for this business, do not get discouraged. Believe in your gifts and talents and what it is you're trying to share with people. And we don't have to be ashamed of being a what do you call it again? MLM.
Multi-level marketing. Yeah.
Because I read the other day, $185 billion worth of products are moved in multi-level marketing. So they're servicing the world.
I'm proud of it.
Our products work, and we have nothing to be ashamed about, and we can have every confidence when we go to reach out to somebody. And I keep my ears open all the time, and I walk up to somebody, I go, hey, I just heard you said blah, blah, blah. Would you mind if I met with you sometime and we talked about that? I mean, you have to be
how brave are you? That is awesome.
Well, there was a woman at a family function in her third trimester having tons of digestive issues, as you can imagine, from having a baby in your tummy and all of that. And I gave her a sample of Digestin in a little roller, and I asked her to put it on her chest, her breastbone, so to speak, in her belly. And she texted me later and said, guess what? It did. Your other idea helped my digestive stuff, but guess what that did? It solved a situation I'd had my whole life, a bathroom situation. So solved it.
That's what's so cool. So that particular example even, right? So how brave were you to go up to a stranger and say, hey, I heard what you said. I can help. What's the worst they can say is, no, crazy lady, go away. No skin off your back, right?
Correct.
Do you know what I would have given? Think about all the situations you've been in over your entire lifetime. If some stranger would have just walked up and tapped you on the shoulder, like I just said, right? I had convulsive vomiting my entire pregnancy except for 1 month.
Wow.
And I gained almost no weight with my pregnancy and spent most days in bed. I was back in real estate then. I used to have to carry around a Kool-Aid pitcher with me because I threw up so often and so violently. Can you imagine if someone could have tapped me on the shoulder and been brave, like be brave, and made that go away from me? I can't fathom. We have to think about those things when we're scared and stop being scared and be brave.
Right.
Love it, love it, love it. Oh, Kim made a graphic for us already. Kim's amazing. So Kim, comments won't show up for you to post a graphic until we're done. And then when we're done and it reposts, you put that baby in the comments. You rock, Kim. All right. So that is fantastic, Donna. Donna, your time is valuable. I know too. You are welcome to stay on with me and contribute to anything that you'd like. And then I'm going to transition into our vendor event this weekend and the new handout that we have coming out tomorrow afternoon. And then I want to incorporate a few things that you've said from our call. So if you can't stay, you can click leave meeting on the Zoom, but I'd love it if you could. It's totally up to you.
I'm just going to hang out with you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. It look pretty, but don't be afraid to contribute or interrupt. Okay.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Welcome. All right. So everybody's been dying to hear about this new tool, new handout that we used at our vendor event this weekend. Okay. So one thing I want to teach you is you are never going to have this business down perfect. You're always going to need to change things and tweak things. Okay. Don't necessarily have to recreate the wheel all the time, but just like this tool that we came out with this weekend, I decided to make it at 1 a.m. on Friday night and ended up getting only 4 hours of sleep for the biggest vendor event of the year. And it wasn't pretty. In fact, my graphic designer looked at it yesterday and busted up laughing because it was so awful. But guess what? Done was better than perfect. I just wanted to try it. I wanted to try something new. And so what I found at vendor events was there's a big disconnect in this business, period, whether it's a one-on-one or a class, but especially a vendor event. Okay. So our process at vendor events, I'm going to make a new vendor event video. I'm actually going to go in WWZD, or 35 days of training, and I'm going to pretend I'm going to set up a vendor event table, and I'm going to pretend that I'm at a vendor event with someone, and I'm going to walk you through word for word what I say. So I'm not going to go into super detail about that here. But point being, there's a big disconnect from, right? We get people to our table, we do the 60-second enrollment, fill up the drawing slits, and we implement the trifold, right? Would you, oh, awesome, we totally have the solution for that. Would you like to start with a small bottle kit or the big bottle kit? And if that's not, because these are complete strangers coming to your table usually, right? No relationship. They don't intend, when they go to vendor events, to drop $150 to $300. So we do shock them a little bit, unless they've already been exposed to this in the past in some way, okay? And they'll say, oh, I don't know about that, right? But you do it anyway, because this is the sales, process, no matter what. You've got to offer the best thing first, right? Because you want to do what's best for them. It's not about offering the most expensive thing. If that was the job, we'd offer a diamond kit and an every oil kit, right? But we want to do what's best for them, what most people love, etc. So offer small bottle kit, big bottle kit. What are you comfortable with? Well, that's more than I was thinking about today. Then boom, we have this giant disconnect, and we don't have a script or plan for what's in between, except I teach you to say, oh, awesome, we have the mini kit for $55. Is that more what you're looking for? And still at a vendor event, there's that disconnect, because they still weren't planning on dropping $55 by walking up to an oils booth, okay? Even though it's like one of the best deals around. People need visuals. So I completely wrote, we've always used the enrollment kits for less. It's just homemade kits that I made up. It's in the files tab for free. But it still didn't work for these situations, right? Because there were multiple products on one page. It didn't explain the whole story, right? So what we did, instead of just saying, the $55 kit, we grabbed our new handout. You're not going to be able to tell what's on here. I took another handout and tweaked. It's god awful, right? So we grabbed this picture frame. Look at how many words are in here. It's terrible, right? But it got the point across. So we were literally all fighting over this picture frame on the table because people need visuals. So it was, when they said, no, I'm not ready to spend that, it was, all right, so we also want to make sure you know about our other products. So come on in and we can, here's our top 10 up on the banner, the chalkboard banner that you see in our pictures. That's in the files tab, by the way. Come over here to our station with all of our products and tell me more about what you got going on. And we go back to the drawing slip. We'd see women's wellness. So we'd go to the women's wellness make and take handout that I had on display. We didn't do any make and takes. And it'd be like, awesome, here's the other products that you need. And you're going to notice that Lifelong Vitality Pack is on every single one of our make and takes on display. So it doesn't matter what problem they're having. We say, well, we at least want to let you know about our number one product for sure, our vitamin pack. And when we stopped talking about pricing and trying to sell them something, now we're just educating, right? Here's all our products and our tools. Once they heard that they could get something for $55, they started to relax a little bit. Oh, the lady's not going to try to sell me a $150 or $275 kit. She's just going to listen, right? So we prompted them. So what else you got going on? Let's look at our display. We have weight, we have women's wellness, we have whatever. Oh yeah, I want to talk about weight too, right? So then we grab this baby and we say, oh my goodness, guess what? In this, you're going to get all these things for free. And so the free was this pared down version of our goodie bag, which we also have on display. But we decided at the vendor event to throw in the 1 week supply of lifelong vitality pack vitamins with the $55. And I figured it out, and it costs $5 for that. When you break it down the way we do for a 1 week sample, your cost out of pocket is $5, right? So in a mini kit, you only make $4. So you're thinking, well, that's not cost effective. Well, I want you to think about how you used to run your doTERRA business. You used to spend a fortune sampling people in advance who you didn't even know their level of interest in your product, okay? This is a term when you run a business called the cost of customer acquisition. When you enroll people, you're going to be spending, if you're, doing it well, you're going to be spending money on them, okay? So instead of spending the money before you even enroll them with free sampling, get them enrolled with the promise of more free samples, okay? So instead of the money going out and wondering if you're going to get an enrollment, we spoiled them when they decided to enroll on the spot. 8 enrollments. That was Saturday. I did no follow-up yet because I was so exhausted. And then I had to go live yesterday for WWCD training. I haven't even done any follow-up. 2 of the people I talked to, and I stuck this little chintzy flyer in their bag with the trifolds, already called me, and I have 2 appointments this afternoon, and they're ready to enroll. Wow. So we're already, I haven't even talked to my team yet because I didn't bother them over the weekend. We're already going to be at 10 enrollments from 1 vendor event last year. Our team enrolled 1.
Wow. Congratulations.
And so it's reversing the customer acquisition cost and process. And we're getting the customer first before we're showering them with the gifts. And so here's why I wanted to keep you on, Donna, because did you all hear what Donna said earlier? She lost 60 pounds over 6 months with Trim Shake, Slim and Sassy. But then when she procured those customers, she posted that on Facebook, and she got 3 prospects to contact her about it. They actually didn't enroll with those products because she listened and saw where they were coming from, right? Just like we did, right? We didn't keep pushing a kit. We moved to the products display and the make and take handouts that we had on display. We just displayed like 5 of them. And we listened and saw where they were coming from. And we told them about the beauty of LLV. Almost every single person that we talked to went with the $55 starter kit for the vitamins.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's awesome.
And then, because here's what you said, LLV is magic. I heard you say that because I wrote it down. Like, I'm writing everything down you're saying because they're really good. Okay. LLV is magic. So instead of, you guys all know I hate like sampling, right? When I say that, I hate sampling before you've acquired that customer. And here's why. For those of you that are new, here's my story, right? And especially vendor events. I refuse to do it. I was new in the business, and a woman came to my house for a class, and she was the only one that showed up. And she said, "Oh, I want you to help teach me how to make a roller." I said, "Oh, okay, fine. Nobody else is here. Let's do it." And she whipped out a Tupperware container filled with drams. First of all, no one should ever use drams, okay? And here's why. You should always use rollers. This is how I, at first became like the black sheep in the business. I was like, no one should be using drams. And they're like, this roller ticket's weird. She doesn't know what she's doing. And so anyway, she whipped out the drams. This weird experience taught me so many things. She said, "I got all these little things and I don't know what to do with them." I said that, in my head, I'm thinking that's because it's a dram. You can't get the oils out. It doesn't make sense just by looking at it. And that's when I was like, every sample we ever do from now on will be a roller, because you take the lid off and you know what to do. You obviously roll it somewhere, right? So going to rollers solve that problem, but it gets better. I said, "I thought you said you didn't use doTERRA." And she said, "I don't have one of those accounts. This is all the stuff that you all give away free at all the vendor events."
Wow.
and never sampled again. She said, all I have to do is talk to someone in doTERRA and they give you this free stuff.
Wow.
And she didn't even have an account.
Wow.
I hope y'all just learned from that one tiny experience at the beginning of my doTERRA journey, right? So when I say it doesn't matter how many people show up at your class, it could be 0, it could be 1, it doesn't matter. Something good is going to come out of that experience. That was someone that came to my class that didn't enroll, right? So why didn't enroll her? Another learning experience. Where I lived, I came in, started this business, started enrolling 20 to 30 people a month, and other people that were here in doTERRA didn't like it. They called me the poacher. Okay. Well, I didn't take people that weren't mine. I always qualified people because I've taught you don't want to enroll people that aren't really yours because they're going to go back and say, friend help me who was in doTERRA, or mom help me, or sister help me, right? Who really introduced them, and they're going to stop working with you and transfer back. So just don't do it, right? That's wrong. And so I didn't poach, right? But my point being, that woman sat with me there and I said, so who's helping you? And she said, oh, I've talked to this person and this person. And she listed off like 20 people. You know, I didn't enroll her and I did her a disservice because the complaining around me about dibs, that person's mine and you stole it. I didn't enroll her and I did a disservice to her because those people had scared me from doing a good job. What I should have said was I should have taken her to the finish line, helped her enroll and changed her life, and said, who would you like to work with moving forward? Do you want to work with Donna? Do you want to work with Susie Q? Who would you like to help you? And if that person wasn't me, that's fine. I would have written Donna's name down. I would have gotten her phone number from Donna. I would have called Donna. I would have said, Donna, I met with your friend today. I went ahead and enrolled her for you. Here's her information.
Awesome.
If it was me, because why not help that person get to the end result and change their life? They're going to have a good experience and say good things about me, good things about Donna, and good things about doTERRA. This is huge, so huge in network marketing, people. Okay. So, or she'd have said, you know what, I feel most comfortable with you. We've been friends for a while. That's why I'm here. I'd like to go ahead and roll with you. Great. Because there's no dibs in doTERRA. These are people. Let them pick, right? So I learned a ton on that experience. I learned not to use DRAMs. I learned not to give out free samples willy-nilly, especially at vendor events. She was in another MLM. So she collected this entire giant container of DRAMs. And then we literally sat, because I am really just genuinely nice. We really sat for 2 hours and dumped all those oils out of those DRAMs into rollers and made rollers.
Wow.
And I never enrolled her. I still haven't enrolled her to this day. Right. And so, so many lessons learned in every experience that you're going to have. There is no such thing as negativity in doTERRA. Like, I did not have at this particular time supportive uplines because I got deemed the poacher because I could enroll a lot of people. Literally arrow through my heart.
Wow.
But what did I learn? I learned to teach my team a better mindset. If I wouldn't have had that negative experience, I couldn't have changed the culture of doTERRA to what we're doing here. So I want people, when you come in this group and you post, I don't have a supportive upline, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have that. Learn from it.
Yes.
Fix it.
Yes.
And make it better.
Yep.
We are changing doTERRA.
We are.
My team is no dibs in doTERRA. These are people. I'm going to ask Susie Q, how can we help this be the best experience for you? When you start fighting over people, you know what they hear and see and feel? These doTERRA people are gross. And that's where the MLM culture comes in. But in doTERRA, we don't do that.
Correct. Yeah.
We help people. and we help them see that we're different. I've been doing a marketing campaign for a couple of years now in different realms. Doterra is different. Honestly, I so wish they would make that their brand. Doterra is different. Our culture for the business is different. Our culture for supporting everyone that does doTERRA is different. We don't compete with one another. We support one another. We help one another because our true goal is to change the world, not just fill our pocketbooks. And the product is different. doTERRA is different. Be different. Do you know how hard it was for me to be the black sheep and be different? It was so painful.
Yeah.
So painful.
Yes.
Because I love people and I want to do good. I've forgiven all of those people because that's what God wants me to do. Right. And now those people come back and learn from me and ask me for help. And do you know what I say? Absolutely. I want to help you do it a better way, right? doTERRA is different. Be different. If it's working for you, do it differently. People are going to say, you're not doing it right. I'm doing it my way. I may do it wrong. I'm going to learn from it and I'm going to change it later, right? I sold rollers. They told me I was doing it wrong. But guess what? Now we learned from it. We tweaked it. We made it better. And we still are the roller kings, right? The roller queens, right? All right. So got off on a little tangent there. You know me, I get super passionate about some of these things in our past experiences. But so what the result was, okay, so people are probably still sitting, yeah, I'm going to make $4 and I'm definitely not going to give away $7, $8 in goodie bag stuff. Yes, you are. Here's why. Okay. One, you are setting them up for what's next. Okay. So their LRP, when they go to order first, they're going to want to do it, right? I've got the peeps that use their goodie bags already calling and wanting to know how to order what was in the goodie bags. And it's been 48 hours, right? Yeah. And so that's the difference of what we're doing. Plus, those people didn't just enroll with the 55. What it did was it diffused the situation, took the pressure away so that they felt more comfortable talking about more things and sticking around and relationship building and talking about their real personal situations. Most did the 55 and then added on other products. A couple of them, once we made them feel comfortable that, 55, yeah, we can totally do that. Okay, well, in that case, let's talk about some other things. Cool. See how it opened up and changed the conversation? That was them saying that, them asking for more education, more information. And a couple of them turned around and enrolled with Family Essentials or Home Essentials. Cool. Because the relationship changed. Complete stranger, defensive, this lady's going to try to sell me something. Really, all we want to do is change their life. But it was that whole process that diffused it. So what was different about this handout? It said, start here. The Zimmer Make and Take style. I laid it out just like the Zimmer Make and Take style. And then I'm just so excited. I know we're going to sell it super cheap because I know it literally is just a detailed handout about the intro kit. But as those of you that have bought our tools know, it's going to take you more than what we're going to charge to make it yourself because it's professional graphics. It's written in the right order with the right visuals, with the right information to take it to the finish line for you. So it's going to be super inexpensive because it's not a full-blown like make and take. Okay. So anyway, I'm super excited to share that with you guys. 8 enrollments on the spot. And so let's see, I'm trying to think of who enrolled who, because it was all different builders. So one of my new builders who's never enrolled anyone on the spot, let alone a stranger, he enrolled the lady who asked about hot flashes. Right? So that is how much confidence because he's like, I don't know anything about hot flashes, right? And so peppermint was in the kit. I said, peppermint's for that. Sweet, right? Because we started with the women's wellness handout, right? Directing them to that because that's the answer. Vitamin pack, blah, 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 blah. What's on the women's wellness handout. That was out of her budget, right? So we still went in the right order, right? Women's wellness, that's $190. Yeah, that's not what I really wanted to spend today. Do you have anything else? Absolutely. Why don't we just help you get? And we were fighting over the frame. Like, it was like, who has the frame? Who has the 55 frame? And literally fighting over it. So what, luckily I had a folder in my bag of printouts of it because I brought it to give to all my builders to take home that day. So I went and grabbed that folder. And then when people enrolled, we actually sent them home with that too, because it's got 101 oil uses on it. Okay. So here's why you want these different tools, because my brain's always working. So then my thought was, why don't I just add this to the trifold somehow? You don't want to do that. Okay. So for those of you that are thinking, well, I can do it better, right? Don't do that. Don't recreate the wheel because you're going to screw it up. You need these different tools for the process flow, right? You're starting out here with the trifold. If they see the 55 on the trifold, they're going to enroll with that. And that's not what you want, because honestly, it is better for them to get a bigger kit. It's a better deal. They're going to solve more problems. They're going to have better experiences. So you've got to start with that. This is your backup tool. If you're not able to convince them to do what's best for them, this is your next best thing, right? People keep popping in, right? So you've got to keep them separate. You've got to be prepared. And you've got to follow the buying process. This is the buying process. All right. So the handout comes out tomorrow. And we're going to, because this one is so ugly. I'm so embarrassed. That's why I'm not showing you up close. And Dina's we're going to edit it in the morning. We're going to make it even better, because then Julie West, my gold leader, as we're sitting there, she's like, oh, you should add this for add-ons. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're so brilliant. Okay. So we're going to add on an add-on line so that you're going to be able to double or triple the PV there and do what's like 2 and 3 times what's best for them. So yay to Julie West for this idea. And it's going to be beautiful for holiday vendor events, especially. It's going to work for every time of the year, but it's going to be beautiful for holiday events. So, so this will be way cheaper than our other handouts, because we've got to get it in everyone's hands. Okay. But I do have to I try to give as much away for free as I can. That's why the files tab has tons of free stuff in it, but I do have to charge for stuff. I know this is a simple one, but got to pay the graphic designer, got to do all this stuff to cover it. All right. So that comes out. We'll edit it in the morning. We'll have it finished tomorrow afternoon. So give us until like 3:00, and then it'll be loaded on lisazimmer.net/shop. I've seen some people mimicking, because I've been really generous about showing my vendor event table setup and what's in the vendor package. Our vendor package is $37. It's on the website, lisazimmer.net/shop. And you get 64 pages of information and graphic displays. I've seen people copy mine and send pictures of your tables. Love it. Love it that you're inspired. They don't have quite the same flow. They don't have quite the same look. And so, that's why we don't show you what's on all our handouts, because people take them and steal them and do their own. And we can't afford to pay 5 people and run biz tips and do that. With the vendor event, love it, but it's really better to get ours. The look is there. I'm so super passionate about marketing and sales and what a visual prompt does. And so the fonts are chosen for a reason. The pictures are chosen for a reason. The colors are chosen for a reason. Like, everything we do, like if I wasn't in this business and applying these thought processes to all these tools, you'd probably think I was clinically insane because my brain never stops working. And so we spent about $30,000 just getting our trifold and make and takes launched with focus groups, research on graphics, research on colors, my research of 2 years of when someone's in front of you, what's their mindset buying process, what triggers do they need to make a decision, what triggers are on those to make them relax, all of that, right? So that's all gone onto these tools. So try your best to use our tools as they are. I'm not worried about making another 37 bucks. I want your table to look right, and I want you to have the same experiences because you're using the tools exactly as they were intended. All right, so good point. So like copyright. So people always ask, I do give you permission for your trifolds to share your trifolds with your customers to encourage them to hand off a trifold. You do need your sharers and builders to purchase their own for rights to redistribute. Otherwise, it is illegal copyright violation. Okay, so make sure that if you're using the trifold, make sure you bought it or you got it free from me, okay? Because otherwise it is illegal copyright. Mm-hmm. And it funds biz tips. It's that simple, right? So yeah. All right, so anywho, there's always a method to the madness, right? Right, Maria? All right, Tracy used the vendor pack over the weekend, having tons and tons and tons of success stories about our vendor pack. Mm-hmm. Using the trifold at the vendor event, displaying a couple make and takes. We didn't do a make and take at our event. The event was too huge. Literally, I have a picture, but I could post it in here. No, I don't want to be rude. Okay, so I took a picture of our booth with probably 30 people surrounding our booth. I couldn't even get to the table to grab the rollers for them to smell. We were 4 deep and I couldn't even get to it. And we set up 2 tables. When you see my booth, we had a table of products. Then we had 2 tables that were identical so that different builders could be, right? So we weren't doubled up because this was a big event. I took a picture of it. Then I turned my camera around and took a picture of the chiropractor behind us booth that was empty.
Oh, wow. Wow.
People are ready for oils in a better way that's cost effective and affordable.
So true.
If that wasn't literally picture perfect, but I don't want to do that because I would be rude to that chiropractor, but I wanted it for myself. I wanted to post it on the internet, but that wouldn't have been right? So people are ready. Set your booth up the right way with the way we recommend. Draw the people in. It's not intimidating. Have that big chalkboard banner. This is not my creation, right? Someone sent this to me and they didn't even create it. I believe I've heard that Charla Snow was the one that came up with this design and was fine with us sharing it in here. So this is free in the files tab, and you just load that artwork to Vistaprint or whatever and do your own banner. I just have that in there as a free service. I've had it up in every video and people ask for it. Get that up at your vendor event. People start reading and they say, oh, what about that? Oh, what about that? And you do your 60-second enrollment, your trifold, it's not working, do your new one, and you keep going. Get them to the finish line. If you can enroll them and get them into your Facebook education groups and do what we do here in Doterra that's different. Oh, the 2 ladies that are calling me today are with Young Living. Yay.
Can I tell you my enrollment at our vendor booth the other day, a Young Living person that's not getting any results.
They're missing education. And so that's what's super important, right? So people always say, well, what do you say? Well, I say, oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Oils are fantastic. So what do you like to use and what do you like to use it for? Boom, transitioned them into the 60-second enrollment. Because I've also purchased Young Living. I don't say anything bad about them. I don't need to. Our product is simply better and our education is better. And I don't even need to say that, right? I don't need to say better. A real salesperson never says anything negative about another product, another person, etc. A real good builder, and salesperson focuses on what their company, their product, their education does, right? So I said, oh, awesome. You are so going to love our education. And I went on and told them about our Facebook groups, about our in-person workshop that was posted. And they were like, oh, we want to be part of that. But it was so crowded. They said, we'll get back to you. And boom, they were on the Facebook page. They requested to join last night, started chatting with them, welcomed them, got the appointment set for today. Done, right? It's all in how you say it. Another quick tip on vendor events, right? I was able to observe and listen. I stood back as much as possible. I only helped people when everybody else was too busy, because my job as a leader, I want my people to do it. I want them to learn. And I would hear someone come up and they would say, oh, I am interested in oils. And I heard one person say, oh, would you like to order wholesale or retail? Okay, that's not part of our training at all, right? And so the key is to remember, it doesn't matter what words come out of people's mouth, get them in that script. Oh, here, let's try this. Oh, the same process over and over and over. It doesn't matter if they're Young Living, doesn't matter if they already ordered Doterra. One lady said, oh, I have Doterra. And he's like, oh, okay, great. Or she's like, I don't even know who it was. And I said, oh, missed opportunity. Let's talk about that. So next time, let's say, oh, fantastic. Tell me more about that. What do you love? What do you use? Right? Get them talking. Do you have your own wholesale account with Doterra so you're getting the free stuff? Because we learned that at a vendor event 2 years ago, huge vendor event. Hundreds of people went through our booth. Probably 75% of them already used Doterra. 90% of those did not have an account.
Right.
They were getting oils from friends.
Right.
That's when I realized you don't stop because they say I use Doterra. You ask them more about it. They're ordering them from here. They're ordering them from eBay, a garage sale site, right? All these dangerous places where they're paying more and no education. Don't give up just because they say something. You need to learn how to respond to it and what the response is. All right, I'm going to wrap up. That's our hour. Thank you so much, Donna, for being a guest. That was fantastic, and you helped me with some great little nuggets there to add to what we were talking about. All right, I'm going to recap a couple of those nuggets. You ready? Donna gets credit for these. Listen, take notes, hear where they are coming from, especially at a vendor booth. You got 10 seconds to engage with them. And if it's you vomiting your story, vomiting about you, they don't care about you. They don't even know you. If you're not saying, tell me about you, you're done for, right? LLV is magical. LLV is magic. That she's totally right. She said that not even knowing that we put LLV on our get this started today. See, give them a chance so you can see where they're coming from and never give up. 4 calls it took Donna to help someone simply because they were busy. Be brave, right? Especially at vendor events. Be brave. You're there for a reason. You're there to change someone's life. If you're not telling them that you can do it, you are denying them the opportunity to feel better and have a better way of life. This is a lifestyle. I eat, sleep, and breathe Doterra, and I'm happy that I do it because we have a better emotional health, physical health, financial health. We get to be together as a family. Everything we've always wanted is coming from Doterra. All right. Happy oiling. Hope everybody has a good day. Thank you, Don. I'm going to send you a little gift. So when you get a chance, would you private message me your address?
I wanted to just say, have everybody tell their teams about your methods because it'll invigorate the teams. We have 10 classes booked for November already because we're messaging our teams on personal text that we have an awesome new way of doing classes and people are responding. So don't keep it to yourself. Tell your teams.
And they don't know if you don't tell them.
That's right.
Awesome.
Thank you, Lisa, for everything.
So, Donna, I appreciate you today. Thank you for every day. Okay, bye.
Thanks, bye-bye.